All right.
He's got main deck Gruul Spellbreaker.
I am in.
Yeah, he's got a lot of new cards.
I did see Gruul Spellbreaker be played last week. Didn't see anything else. I just heard Gruul Spellbreaker attack, so I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, so Tony here gonna have a turn one Delver Secrets.
This is an interesting. That is not what I expected from Temur Pile.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, Temur Pile plays a turn one Delver. Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's just like Temur Moon. Like a Temur Moon type deck.
Yeah, I could see that. Like Blue Moon with Splashing Green. That seems really bad, though. A 3-color deck playing Moon?
Yeah, but Tony plays like some weird decks, man.
Sure. That's fair. I mean, I guess Mario...
I don't know how well you know Tony.
Not particularly well, but I do know him.
I've known Tony for a lot of years, and if he's not playing a meta deck, he's playing like some weirdness, man. For real.
All right.
And it could also just be like Temur Bloodbraid Elf, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, though. That seems bad with Delver.
Yeah.
What are you playing, Tony?
Like, anything that you would seem to be splashing green for does not mix with Delver Secrets.
Serum Visions. It could be just, like,
Wilderness
a Rug Delver deck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With, like, Tarmogoyf.
Yeah, I remember that was a thing, like, forever and a half
But why
ago.
wouldn't you just call it Temur Delver? I don't know why you would call it Temur Pile. Maybe he's got some spice, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's probably just, like... It probably is Temur Delver, and he just decided to give it its own name. Oh, man. 2 mana, 3/1 haste.
Yeah, no, it's 3 mana.
Oh.
He's got an Eldrazi Temple out there.
Okay. That's still good.
Yeah. Essentially 2 mana as it comes in off of 2 lands with the Eldrazi Temple.
Yeah.
Another Delver Secrets. Tony hasn't done a whole lot this game.
Nope. He does have a Snapcaster in his hand, I did see.
So far, he looks just like blue-red Delver with a breeding pool.
Yep. Man, Michael is after my own heart with all these foils.
Yeah. He's got a nice deck.
You would say that about another man.
Don't worry about it, all right? My life is my life.
That's true. I ain't gonna judge.
It's 2019 out here.
Thought Not Seer. Spell Pierce Mountain.
I really wanted to see that Thought Not Seer pre-combat.
He probably would have just flashed it in. I mean, that makes it so, like, Michael probably doesn't attack, but...
I mean, if you get... I just am a fan of if you can get the information before combat, you do it.
Yeah.
If you're going to be stripping a card. So we're going to see this Delver here flip off of a Spell Pierce.
Spell Snare.
Was that a Spell Snare?
It
Okay.
was.
Oh, that's an exiled Spell Pierce. My bad.
Yep. A Spell Snare. Probably going to do nothing.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Eldrazi.
So far, I don't know why this is a Temur Pile deck.
Yeah. He must be splashing something, like, really spicy.
Michael taking 1 damage off of his Karplusan Forest in order to deploy his Chandra Torch of Defiance.
Out of all the cards in the world that make red and green mana, Karplusan Forest.
It also makes colorless.
Makes sense.
It's a tri-land for this deck.
Yep, makes sense.
Gonna get in for 5 here with the Thought Not Seer. So Michael, I don't know if he's still playing the Domries this week, but if he's playing both Domri and Chandra, he's the one that's on the pile deck. Like,
Yeah.
Tony here looks like a real standard, you know, try-hard Delver type deck so
I mean,
far. I haven't
yeah,
seen it.
Delver's not even that common anymore, but...
Well, you know what I mean. It's
Yeah.
like a try-hard creature is Delver.
Right, yeah, no. Yeah, it's definitely something that has been established.
Yeah. He's got a... So Tony has a Vapor Snag in his hand.
Alright, that's a little interesting. I wouldn't say it's, like, spicy, but...
No, you just do it. Draw a card.
Yep.
So far, this is not a pile. This is just Temur. Michael gonna tick up his Chandra here. Finds an Eldrazi Temple. Gonna put Tony down to 4.
It's pretty dangerous. Especially since now Michael gets to recast Thought Not Seer for nothing and see what he drew. Drew
Yep.
Tarmogoyf.
It is a Tarmogoyf, so this is just Temur Delver.
Yep.
Kind of what I thought it was gonna be. Tony's gonna need a really good draw here. Yep,
Nope.
and he's just gonna pick him up.
That was not it. The Goyf would have been pretty decent there. I don't know exactly how big it would have been, but probably big enough.
He needed to find a way to get that Thought Not Seer off the table that turn. So, from Tony here, we have 1 Engineered Explosives, 1 Negate, 1 Static Caster, 2 Grim Lavamancers, 1 Disdainful Stroke, 2 Huntmaster of the Fells, 2 Huntmaster of the Fells, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
2 Tireless Trackers, 1 Destructive Revelry, 1 Cindervines, another new card. I'm a big fan of that one. 2 Alpine Moons, and 1 Dispel.
All right, there's a lot of green cards here, so this is more reason to be in green. I like Cindervines, definitely in Standard. I'm not sure how it's going to fare in Modern. I don't know what you're super trying to blow up. I mean, other than, like...
It's really good against decks like Blue-White Control.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Where they have relevant targets, and it can sit there for a few turns and accrue some value.
Sure, that makes sense.
So for this matchup in particular, though, I like... from Tony, I'm not sure what I like, honestly. In the
Disdainful Stroke.
The Disdainful Stroke's good.
Alpine Moon. You can bring an Alpine Moon and name Eldrazi Temple.
I mean, it's not a name card. It's Alpine Moon's the one drop that like turns any land into an any colored land.
Right. You name Alpine, or you name Eldrazi Temple.
It doesn't name it. It just enchants the land.
No.
No.
No. Alpine Moon is it enters.
What am I thinking of?
I have no idea what you're thinking of.
I don't know. There's something else that does that, but even still, I don't like it for this matchup.
Yeah, it's okay. It'll take him off of colorless. It could take him off of colorless because it doesn't. It makes color. I don't know. It depends on if he's bringing something out for it.
Michael's just too low to the ground to care about it.
But yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just sure you can take him off colorless for like a turn maybe, and then he's still deploying his 1 and 2 drop threats and 3 drop threats.
Yeah.
He's not Tron or Scape Shift.
Right. All right, over on Michael's side, 1 Back to Nature, 2 Damping Sphere, 2 Rhythm of the Wild, 3 Surgical Extraction, 2 Thundermaw Hellkite, 1 Choke, 2 Feed the Clan, 2 Chalice of the Void.
So the Chalice of the Voids are coming in for sure.
Yep.
The Choke's probably coming in.
Yep.
That's probably it.
I can see Rhythm of the Wild. It does make your creatures uncounterable.
Tony only played like 1 counter that game.
Yeah, he showed Spell Snare and Spell Pierce.
And he showed like the Tarmogoyf and the Greenlands.
Yeah.
So Michael's probably knowing that Tony's not on a lot of counters.
Yeah, he's not on a super lot of counters. So.
Right. So I think I would just bring in like the Chalice of the Voids, the Choke. There's an argument for Thundermaw Hellkite if you just want to go big.
Yeah, I think he's already big enough against this deck.
I think I like Thundermaw more than like Reality Smashers, kind of.
Really?
Yeah, for this matchup, I think I do. I think just like, flying over is better. You know what I mean? It's just
sure. Against like Tarmogoyf, it's probably better.
That's what I mean. It's just Tony's going to present a lot of ground threats, and I think being able to fly over him would be good. Tony's going to take a quick mulligan here.
Yep. John Desor does not like either of these decks. They're fine.
I'm not a fan of Red Green Eldrazi. I like the Delver deck though. Blue tempo.
Neither are really my style of deck. Eldrazi is I would say I would play before the Temur Delver deck, but I wouldn't say I don't like them.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they're fine. Just not something I would probably go out of my way to play.
That's fair. So tapped land here on turn 1 from Tony. Michael gonna play a turn 1 Noble Hierarch off the Karplusan Forest.
Karplusan Forest, taking 1 damage to himself.
Tony gonna fetch. We'll see if he chooses to shock himself. I'd imagine so. These Temur decks tend to have some pretty demanding mana bases.
Yeah, pretty much any 3 colors. The first couple turns you're gonna fetch shock.
Well, sometimes lists like Jund and Mardu, or maybe even Grixis Shadow, they can get away with not playing. Well, they can play like more basics. They can fetch more basics.
Yeah.
Decks like Tony's, he's playing a bunch of 1-drop blue things and a bunch of 1-drop red things, and then he's going all the way up to Cryptic Command, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably.
So his mana demands are just more rough. He's more like Jeskai in that regard, where they're very mana hungry.
Yeah.
The difference though is Tony needs his mana online a lot faster.
Yeah, that's fair. Dan over at the table, can we get a Tarma die or Tarma paper?
I think it's Tarma Squire right now. Oh, look at this! There's
Rancor.
The pile.
All right.
So he's just like old style Temur tempo. You know what I mean?
Sure.
He's just coming in for the beats.
Yeah, that is a weird card. I would never think to put in a Delver style deck.
It's a good one though.
Yeah. No, it's definitely something.
It's something.
It does give your Tarmogoyf trample, which is pretty relevant.
You know what? It just it breaks the parity in a lot of these mid-range matchups. You know what I mean? You can get to these ground stalls against decks like Eldrazi or humans, and
even like the mirror, kind of, you know.
Jund, you know,
yeah.
which is kind of the mirror, or even Death Shadow, and this just allows you to like. I'm gonna make one thing really big with trample.
Yeah, I mean, if you have like a Tarmogoyf versus a Tarmogoyf, they never kill each other, so you never attack. But then you give yours +2/+0 and trample. Now all of a sudden you can swing pretty freely.
So we're gonna see Michael play a Thought Knots here. It's gonna response from Tony will be a Vapor Snag and then reveals the hand of Cryptic Command. What's that? A remand? I can't see it.
Yeah.
It's a remand.
Yep.
Okay, and then Breeding Pool. Probably just gonna take this Cryptic. Take the best card.
Yeah, he can cast it next turn if he fetches a blue source.
That's what I mean. Like the remand is fine. You know, like he can either way they're gonna be cast next turn. So yeah, you take the remand.
Yeah.
Not the remand, the Cryptic.
Right. You take the
Leave
the Cryptic.
the remand.
Yep. Yeah. You don't mind casting your spells twice.
Yeah. I miss my bed.
I agree. I miss your bed.
The suck.
I think Delver can work. It just seems like it's trying to do too much with those 3 colors.
This is just like a more aggressive way to play Delver.
Yeah, you're not trying to be like, I'm on all these spells, I'm trying to flip it on turn 1 or turn 2 and then just ride it to victory.
Right, and then I'm gonna like go along with stuff along the lines of Gurmag Angler or Kolagon's Command and try to grind out a game that way.
Yeah.
This is more of like, I'm going to interact a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, interact favorably once or twice with one big threat that can clock quickly and play.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to play Rancor with Cryptic. Yeah, it's kind of awkward.
Look at the name of the deck, Billy.
Yeah, Pile. But I mean, like if you go like turn 1 Delver, I think he's trying to be like turn 1 Delver, maybe it flips, maybe it doesn't. Play Tarmogoyf on 2, and then like hopefully in the next 2 or 3 turns flip Delver.
Oh man, there's that.
Really start getting.
Thought Not again. Gonna get rid of that remand.
Man, he doesn't cast remand.
Tony's gonna trade this Tarmogoyf for the Eldrazi Obligator. He's going to need a good card off the top there. I don't think that was it.
Nope, it was a land.
Yep.
Don't think I've ever seen Rancor and Cryptic in the same 75. Yeah, probably not. Those are very different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I would love to see in Tony's deck? Mystic Snake.
Yeah. Just the hot one of.
Yeah.
Get him.
Get him. Red Green Eldrazi is good.
It is good.
It is pretty good. Eldrazi Obligator is definitely a card.
I'd say it's like a tier 1.75 deck.
Yeah. Alright, smash.
Yep.
Killed him.
Tony's going to scoop it up there.
I just don't like it. Don't like. Yeah, not my style. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it's fine. I could see myself playing it, but not like building it.
Yeah, I hear ya.